Hey y'all, it's the Dsoleil twins here, or the Lock twins when we're doing hair. So we went ahead and purchased a 613 short bob unit from the Billion Hair. It was so nice. It was like a 10 inches, 613. So it came yellow and I custom colored it with my Adore colors. So we're just going to start out by doing her got to be glued gel on the front of her perimeter of the edges. We already made sure that her hair was properly conditioned and everything prior to our install. The only thing I am going to purchase is going to be the skin protector, and I'm going to insert a picture here on the screen, but we're just going to be using the end of these little lash wands to pull the hair back. If I can do it all over again, I would use popsicle sticks because I can just toss them out after, but I was able to throw this one away and it was just really quick. So we're going to go in with some of that got to be glue gel, sleek her edges back, and then use the blow dryer to go ahead and set everything in place. And she just went back and forth between hot and cold on the edges. So this is a new method she told me she saw, and this was my first time getting an install and her first time doing an install. So she wanted to pull the ball cap all the way down over my eyes, and then she went ahead to cut out little spaces for my eyes to be able to see through. And I had lash extensions on, so I was just making sure that my actual lashes got through. And I really like this method because when she did it, it made the cap lay a lot flatter, and it's going to be something that she told me she'll use for her clients as well. Y'all, we are sisters, so we were kind of laughing through this process because it was our first time going through it. And so I went ahead to take my mask off just because I wanted her to be able to get all the way in there. But we're going to have to figure out how to work around it because I do have to keep my mask on if I go to someone else and do an actual service. So I went ahead and took the mask off just because I wanted to feel like my head was able to breathe. She then went in with some needle and thread just because this will help the cap last a lot longer, and we won't have to focus so much on the touch-up when we come back about doing the braids and everything and the install again. So she's going ahead and sewing that back down, and she's going to sew it around from ear to ear. Okay, so after cutting off that bald cap, she went ahead with some 99% alcohol around my perimeter just to make sure she got rid of any makeup or glue that may still be around the area. She then began to go in with her Bold Hold Active, and she told me she was going to do 3 layers of that, making sure that each layer was extremely dry before she went in with the next layer. Then she began to spread it out. Again, use your popsicle sticks. That's something that we're going to invest in. So she's smoothing out that got to be glue, making sure to get it in front of the cap and a little bit on the cap so that the wig adheres very nicely and precisely. And just a quick side note, for our ear tabs, instead of using the Bold Hold Active, we're going to start using Walker's tape, and I'll insert a picture of that as well, just for the corner of the ear tabs. She then went in with her True Match Lace Conceal. She ordered all 4 of them. So on me, we only used the bronze and the tan, a mixture. But the only thing they didn't give us was a little brush. I didn't see that little brush in there that I thought came with it. So we're just going to have to use one of our Real Techniques brushes to make sure we blend this in afterwards. But we didn't have a brush around this time. So we're just going to do some swatches on this paper towel so you can see them. And instead of using the brush, which we're gonna get, and we do recommend that you get, we're just gonna go ahead and probably spray it with some got to be spray and blow dry it into place. All right, so she also went in to spray the inside of the wig a little bit above the lace, and just because I wanted her to keep my roots yellow, so that's why she didn't dye them like a silver or anything. But we went ahead and sprayed a little bit of that lace conceal on the front of just a little bit of those yellowish hairs, because I really didn't want her to put makeup on it, and this was a perfect way for her not to do it. But again, we didn't have our brush, and I also told her to leave my roots yellow, which I should have let her do them just a little bit more silver, but I just still loved it at the end because it just gave me daring. So she's blow drying it through right now, and then we'll get into the installation. So at this point, she went ahead and she was getting ready to sew through halfway of the wig because the wig was a little big on me, but I really didn't want her to put the back of the lace down. So she just went ahead and sewed it down so that the wig would be fit at least a little snug when it passes like the back of my hair or the nape of my hair, but in the back is not glued down. Y'all, don't play with my stylist. She had all her products. I was so happy. But she had the She's Bomb wax stick to use that to lay down the flyaways, and then she's going to go over that with that hot comb. I absolutely hate that hot comb, but it made my wig look so much better. It looks so much better. It looks so much nicer. But I really hate the hot comb section.